Hello guys, and welcome to the very last session of our tutorial how to write a book that can become a bestseller. And I believe you've learned quite a lot from part 1, part 2 and part 3. Now this part 4 is also going to be very enlightening for you, and I hope you get all the information and ideas you need to write a good book and publish on Amazon KDP. Okay, now for this video we'll talk about a few things, beginning with your ebook. Okay, your ebook cover, sorry. Now ebook cover, your cover is very important. Most people tend to ignore their cover design. Okay, they feel like once they write a good book and then maybe they give it a good title and a good description, that they are good to go. Yes, you need to write a good book and a good description, but you also need to get a good cover design for your book. Now, before somebody gets to read your book or even read your description, what they see first is your book cover. Okay, so your book cover is the first thing that the reader sees before they even get to read your description or actually buy or read your book. So it's very important for you to have a very good book cover. Okay, now you can do that yourself using Canva. All right, but when you do so, please be sure to use pictures or images that are copyright free. All right, use copyright free pictures or images. Okay, or better still, you can buy the picture or image that you wish to use. Avoid pictures with watermarks that are for sale. They are not free. Okay, so you can give someone to make you a professional ebook cover. That would be nice also. Okay, so now let's talk about pricing. How to price your book. Now, pricing your book can be very tricky most times. Okay, because you might want to consider the costs you spent for your cover, for example, or for editing or proofreading, or even for ghostwriting. So you might want to consider all of those costs, okay, in order to, or before you price your book. But let me give you a few tips to help you when it comes to pricing your book. All right, now number one thing is think less of your production costs. Okay, think less of the cost you use to produce the book. All right, so think more of the value that your book is going to add to your readers. Okay, I mean, eventually when the sales begin to come in, you still make up the money for those costs you incurred while producing your book. So you want to think less of the cost and think more of the value. So price your book according to the value or the worth of your book. Okay, now another way that can help to get a good price for your book is by um browsing or searching out similar books, okay, and seeing how they are being, or how they were being priced. Okay, you can search out similar books on your publishing platform, which might be Amazon. Okay, and then get to see how other authors priced those books. And you might also want to get the average cost, sorry, the average price. Okay, you can get like 10-20 books and then get the average price of those books, and then maybe use it to price your own book. Okay, if you want to do something like that. Okay, another thing to consider when trying to price your book is you may want to experiment with your price. Okay, for Amazon, for example, Amazon offers you the opportunity to change the price of your book. Okay, so it's not like once you put a price, that's how it will be forever. No, you can still change the price of your book. So you might want to start low and then gradually increase the price. Okay, that is still something that you can do. So do not be so fast to just put out any price out there. you still have an option to change or increase or lower the price. Okay, so don't worry yourself too much about how to price. You can experiment with the price. Now another thing that you want to have in mind is that now when you publish your book digitally, okay, people that get to people that read your book, okay, are not just people from your country. People all over the world can see your book and may want to buy your book. Okay, so some people in different parts of the world can have a mentality of higher price means higher value. Okay, so they feel like if something is cheap, then the value of that thing is low or the quality is poor. Yeah, people around the world, lots of them have that kind of thinking or that kind of mentality. So now you do not want to, you know, price your book low or so low, okay, too low, because the people who might think that when the price is too low, then the quality is poor. And if you want to price your book low, don't do it because of high competition, because you might end up not getting the results you need. So bear in mind that some people out there think that when something is cheap, that the quality is poor. Okay, so another thing that you want to consider when trying to price your book is the royalty involved. Okay, the royalty involved. Now for Amazon KDP, they offer two royalty plan, or let's say package. Okay, now if you price your book between $2.99 and $9.99, okay, you're going to be on the 75 sorry on the 70% royalty plan. But if you price your book below $2.99 and $9.99, you're going to be in the 35% royalty plan. So basically, Amazon offers two types of royalty plan: 35% for books priced below $2.99 and above $9.99, and 70% royalty for books priced between $2.99 to $9.99. So you also want to consider the royalty before you decide on how much your book is going to, go for. All right. Okay, so now let's take a rundown of how to publish your book on Amazon KDP. Okay, I mean the process is not so difficult, but I'll just tell you some things that you need to know, so that when you write a book and then you want to publish it on Amazon KDP, you will know that okay, this should be this, that should be that. Okay, now let's say you've already opened your account with Amazon. If you have not done that, www.kdp.amazon.com is the website we use to open an account with Amazon KDP. So when you go to that website, you have to fill in your details, okay, and then get your account properly set up. Now you also have to fill in your bank details. Okay, so if you do not have a US bank account, you will want to open one using Payoneer or Wise or GPay or even Gray, okay, to open one for yourself. And also you have to fill out your tax information. Okay, so now let's say you have your account properly set up and your book is ready to be published. All right, so you go to your account on Amazon KDP and then you click on bookshelf, right, bookshelf, and then you click on create. It's as simple as that. So you just fill out every field there, whatever is required for you to fill, you just write them out. Okay, your book title, your book subtitle, name of author, and the rest of those things. So you just fill them out. It's not so much of a work to do. Okay, now important things that you need to look out for when trying to publish your book on Amazon KDP. Right now, you have to if the book is your book, which I'm sure the book is going to be your book, okay, so if you own the copyright for the book, then sorry, you have to tick the part where you have to tick that okay, you own the copyright for this book. Okay, that is very important. Now another thing that you want to do is to select your book release option. That means, is your book going to be released immediately, or your book should be on pre-order? Okay. Another thing to look out for is when you want to upload your book on Amazon, Amazon accepts the doc format or the EPUB format, but you can still go with the PDF. Okay. And for your book cover, Amazon accepts the JPEG or JPEG format. All right. Now, when you finish uploading your book and your ebook, please do not forget to preview your book. Right? When you preview your book, it's going to show you how your book is going to appear when it is published. Okay, so ensure to preview your book, so that, because most times the format or the font can change, a few things can change. So when you preview your book, you will know if this thing will be scattered or not. So do well to preview your book before you complete your publishing. Okay, so another thing you want to look out for is to choose your publishing territories, like where do you want your book to sell. Okay, I mean, I'm sure you want your book to go global, so you should choose worldwide. Okay, now then the next thing is your pricing and your royalty. I've talked about that before. And the next thing is to either allow or disallow lending. Now with Amazon KDP, okay, there's a feature called lending, in which Amazon allows certain of their customers or subscribers to lend out a book that they already bought to someone else for 14 days. Okay, so if you are using the 35% royalty, then you can disallow lending, so that no one can lend your book. They should buy and not lend it to someone else. But if you're in the 70% royalty plan, you may not be able to disallow lending. Okay, good. Now the next thing that you want to look out for is KDP Select. Okay, KDP Select. Now you can choose to enroll your book in KDP Select. Okay, so what is KDP Select? Now KDP Select is a feature, okay, that Amazon uses to help her publishers promote their book. And it is a free feature that you can use to promote your book on Amazon KDP. Now with KDP Select, you can choose to make your book free for 5 days. Okay, for 5 days your book is going to be free, so anyone that wants to read your book can read it for free. After that 5 days, it goes back to the price you already set it at. So that is a promotional material, because it helps more people to see your book, to read your book, and get to know you and know what you offer. Okay, now there's also the KDP countdown deal. Okay, with that one, your book price increases gradually. Okay, now another thing to know with KDP Select is that with KDP Select, okay, certain Amazon customers or subscribers that subscribe to Kindle Unlimited, okay, can read your book for free. So when these people that are in Kindle Unlimited read your book, they don't pay for it, they don't buy the book, they can read it for free. Okay, but the good thing is that Amazon is going to pay you a certain amount of money for the number of pages that these subscribers read. Okay, so it's not absolutely free, so you still get something from Amazon for or according to the number of pages that has been read by Kindle Unlimited subscribers. Okay, now one thing that you need to know about KDP Select is that it runs for a period of 90 days. Once you enroll your book in KDP Select, it's going to be there for a period of 90 days. And in these 90 days, you cannot publish your digital book in any other platform. Okay, now if your book has a hard copy, you can continue selling your hard copy, but the e-copy of your book cannot be published in any other platform. Amazon reserves the right to be the only place where your book can be sold digitally. So that is one thing to note when it comes to enrolling your book for KDP Select. Okay, and I think this is the only advantage. But if you want to put your book in other platforms, maybe Okada Books or anywhere else, then you cannot use KDP Select unless the 90 days elapses. Okay, and also mind you, KDP Select auto renews. All right, it auto renews, so you might want to uncheck the auto renewal box after you enroll your book so that it does not go on for another 90 days. Okay, that is one thing to know about KDP Select. And that is just about everything you need to know when it comes to publishing your book with Amazon KDP. Now, to wrap up this tutorial, I will share with you 10 things that can make your book not to sell on Amazon KDP. Okay, 10 things. Now, number one thing is that you do not understand your niche, or you do not understand your niche or your target audience. And I think niche is part of the very first thing we talked about in the first video. Knowing your niche, how to know your niche. So if you do not understand or know your niche, it might make you not to be so successful in Amazon KDP. Now, the second thing is poor use of keywords. And I think we talked about that, how to rightly use keywords. And also there are keyword generating tools that you can use to get the right keywords for your book. Now, the third thing is inability to create good titles and chapter titles. Okay, I talked about that before. Your titles need to be enticing, captivating, tempting for non-fiction books. And for fiction books, your title needs to have a mystifying element. Okay, let your reader, be hungry to know why this title, what's up with this title. Okay, so the next thing is use of poor cover design. I just said that. Okay, your cover design should be, nice, colorful, flashy, and should also match with the title of your book. Okay, now the next thing is poorly written book or poorly formatted books. Book formatting is very, very important. Okay, and then Amazon has guidelines on how to format your books. But better still, you can give a professional editor to edit your book and format it in the right way. If your book is not arranged, if your book is not organized, no one will want to buy your book. Now, don't ask me how would they know that your book is not organized or is not arranged. I told you about the look inside feature in the last video. So with that feature, they know how your book is going to be already. So you want to properly edit and format your book. Another thing is poorly drafted description or pitch. I talked about that yesterday. Your description should be something tempting, something that will hook your reader, something that will give them a feel of what to expect from the book. So you want to write out a very nice description for your book. Now, the next thing is poor promotion. Yes, promotion. Your book has to be promoted, especially if you are a new reader, a new reader, or if you're new to Amazon KDP. Your book needs to be promoted. Okay, I think I'll make a video later on how to promote your books. But KDP Select is one way to go about that. Another thing is poor price. If your book is not properly priced, maybe it's too high, people don't want to buy it, or maybe it's too low, they think of it as poor quality. So pricing is another thing that can make your book not to sell on Amazon KDP. Now the number 9 thing is not adding your book to enough category. Well, I told you that while publishing your book, I think in the last video, that you get to choose category for your book. And I said do not use your book category as part of your keyword when you come to where you will choose keywords for your book. So when you do not, put your book into many categories as possible, your book may not be so visible to readers. So if your book, for example, so if you write a book about finance, for example, and then you want to choose your book category, you have to choose every category that you think relates to your book. Okay, you can put it in non-fiction category, motivation category, finance category, and the rest of them. So as many categories that you think relates to your book, let your book be in those categories. Okay, now the last thing to note is one thing that can make you not to succeed or make your book not to sell on Amazon KDP is because you're using the wrong mindset to write your book and to publish your book. And you need to have a very good mindset, because mindset is everything. Okay, when you have a good mindset, you want to do this, and then you think of only the positive things and not what can go wrong. Okay, approach it like a business. Do it with passion. Do it with everything that you have. Put in all your efforts. Don't just do it anyhow, nonchalantly, recklessly. Have the right mindset when it comes to writing your book, and approach your Amazon KDP as a business. Okay, it will help you to become very successful in what you do. Mindset is everything. Okay, so my name is Esther, and I'll be seeing you in my other videos that are going to be on YouTube. I hope you subscribe to the channel so you don't get to miss out from any of my any of my YouTube videos. So see you some other time. For now, bye.